Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video about the, I guess, mostly unexpected Warcraft Remastered Battle Chest. So yeah, there's a few things here that I think overall there's a few things I'm quite excited about. Some things I'm a bit slightly disappointed, and a few things are kind of not just overly excited, but just a few thoughts. So my experience with Warcraft sort of started back in the 90s with the Battle Chest. It's a picture of so they had the first game, the second, and the expansion. I got the random multiplayer, the next 70 levels. I never got the next 350 levels. As you see, back then based for DOS, Windows 3.1, Windows 95. Had some gorgeous manuals in there. Great time. And I got another picture of the back of the boxes here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, I remember seeing this. This is actually quite a bit of a bigger box, some of these battle chests. Really excited. I remember back in the time trying to play the first Warcraft after starting on Warcraft 2, and it just didn't really work for me. I just found it too hard. There was the things about, there was only left click, there was no right click. You could only have 4 units at a time. You had to have these roads everywhere. You had to have buildings next to roads. It just seemed kind of too hard and backwards compared to the relative freedom from what we had in Warcraft 2. And back then I sort of started but never really got into the expansion. It was just seemed a bit hard at the time. But anyway, moving forward a bit, as you've seen on the channel recently, I went on GOG, picked up the Battle.net edition there, and you see I've played for about 25 hours worth. We've gone through the original campaign and started the expansion before my little hiatus. But at some point I do want to go through, and I think one thing I'd like to do is I do want to continue going through on this version. But just having a look at the new one, and of course it's to do with the 30th anniversary of the original. So yeah, I think there's just having a look. So I really didn't expect them to have Warcraft 1 in there as well. Looking at this, the original, and you can definitely tell they've put in some work here, and it looks sort of fresher and things. I've definitely seen some comparisons about sort of complaints about what are called tall pixels and things. So I'm hoping that over time, Blizzard or Microsoft or whatever look at these bits of feedback, and hopefully they will make some other changes. Especially because one of the things that later was kind of surprising was the Warcraft 3 also. After the disaster of, was it the Reforged turned into Refunded, they've got the version 2. Now keep in mind that the currency is here, this is the New Zealand dollar price. So, what do they call it here? They're calling it the 2.0 update. So I'm guessing they're trying to fix a whole lot of the complaints that made this one of the lowest rated games ever. But Warcraft 3 itself, I don't think I've played more than a mission before, so I'd like to try that one day, but it's sort of not too high in my list. When I saw, let's go back to Warcraft 1 for a minute. There are definitely a few, quality of life changes. I see going from 4 maximum 4 units to 12 units. So that would make battles and just all sorts of doing things a lot easier. Having a right click and a few other things, so it seems they've brought it up to the kind of the Warcraft 2 standard. I was thinking at some point of going for Warcraft 1, but I think at some point I'll be excited to give this a go properly. So overall, I've seen a few little videos, people talking about sort of I think one thing overall that it seems that I wonder if they said, like, hey, we've got this deadline coming up, let's put so much resource to it and have a list of features and then sort of cut back the scope to meet them. When you look compare to other things, for example, definitely the Age of Empires definitive editions, or even Diablo 2 Resurrected, it's definitely not up to that scale. But it's well better than, for example, the Warcraft 3, the first Reforged. So I think some of these things, definitely the graphics overall look nice, and there's a few quality of life things. I've seen some people mentioning that compared to some of the newer games, it doesn't have some of those more quality of life things about. It was built in the mid 1990s, and they've kept some of those things that might frustrate us people who start on newer RTS games. Now let's jump to Warcraft 2 next. So yeah, it'd be $65 if I do buy this. Or if I just buy the Warcraft 2, this is $24. So that's the original graphics here, and then it's overall sort of pleasant to look at and things. I think this is going to be something that I'm going to buy one day. I don't think it's going to be something that I buy at least this calendar year. And another thing, part of why that is, I think, as I said, I'm going to buy this one day, but hopefully they're going to make some of these changes. It would be nice to have a sale. But another thing that would be nice to have is maybe on a Steam release, like at the moment, of course, Blizzard, they did put Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 out, but I wonder if those ones were initially dropped there after kind of underperforming on Battle.net, so it might be interesting to see what happens, and if, for example, at some point they come there. So yeah, as you see, I've never actually bought Diablo 4 or the expansion at this point. It just seems a bit of a time sink, and some of the quality, it seems it's like great and then dropping off. I think I'll get there one day, but just not quite there, ready for it yet. But yeah, I think overall, I don't know, would you, I think another thing I'm thinking actually back to is, let's go back to here, the Doom and Doom 2 remaster that sort of came out this year. I put a good 50 or something hours into that. I think partly that was what got me a bit of burnt out on things, where just trying to get all the achievements, play through all the campaigns, actually playing through them all, and just trying to rush it so much. Just wasn't the best. So I think I'll be going at some point, picking this up. If it's all together or in parts, we'll see. Let me know your thoughts if you're either buying or bought it, or if you'd be keen to see me or others play this game. Definitely, I've seen a few content creators doing it. There's of course the other thing is there's lots of different styles. Eduardo and friends point him out to Stu, who's got a great was it the Orc campaign, less than 2 hours speed running the whole thing. And there's lots of other styles, but if you'd like to see me put my style on this, let me know. But until then, thanks for watching, and just a bit of a little random video, but excited, but not completely blown away by this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Alright, thanks. Alright, bye.